This hasn't been updated at all. Um, Hopefully you didn't see that. Um, yeah, 20. It's got Mavericks, so I'm guessing this must be a. Oh, it's actually 2013, not 2014. So presumably this is the 40p display. Yet it's got terabyte of storage. That's mostly been unused. The fact that this hasn't been updated I find funny. Um, oh, I could upgrade this. I could actually upgrade this. The RAM. Should I? Hmm. I very well could, because I know how to do it as well. Um, God, it's weird seeing like some of these more. So weird seeing like the iOS, like the Yosemite icons on here, like isn't like iTunes or stuff. Yeah. So this came with Mavericks. Also got the keyboard and the mouse. They just need new batteries. There's an iPhone 5C that's currently being charged. Yeah, I think I shall create a new user account for the sake of not leaking stuff. Okay, so I've created an account. I've connected up the keyboard and mouse. Did I show these on camera? I can't remember, but yeah, keyboard and mouse. Didn't have batteries, so I had to give them batteries. Now I have batteries, I can just wirelessly do magic. I've also created a separate user account for safety wise. Yeah, there's quite a bit of yeah. It's that stuff in downloads, I know. Um, I'm gonna go back into Disky Tier 2 because it failed to partition for some bizarre reason. Um, so if I go down here, Disk Utility. Yeah, so it's by looks of it, it's got 1 TB hard drive. Almost press restore. Yeah, so I do not want to erase it. So fingers crossed, this works. Please work. And now install whatever the latest version of macOS is capable, and then I'll open core, legacy patcher it. Because I know this isn't able to run the latest, so it's either like Big Sur, Monterey, something like that, basically. But yeah, so presumably this shipped with Mavericks because it's late 2013. Yeah, just wait for it, I guess. So it's been partitioned in half, and I'm now internet recovery in. So see you in a bit. Internet recovered, and I was like, oh god, it's Mavericks, but no, that's Mountain Lion. Some Mountain Lion. So it originally came with Mountain Lion, so it's been updated once. Interesting. Yeah. Um, can I just try and get the latest version? I wanted Mount Big Sur or whatever. I know I think there's a combination where you can pick the version. I think. See in a sec. This looks beautiful. As you can tell, it's installed. Apparently, the latest version this can run is only Catalina, which surprised me. I thought we'd be able to run Big Sur officially. I'm gonna upgrade it to the latest. Don't worry. I know OpenCore exists, and I will use it because why not? So yeah, this is quite a nice iMac. I really do like this. Also, it's got 1600 megahertz DDR3, which in other words means I've already got 1600 megahertz in the SODIMMs and full DIMMs. So I believe it uses SODIMMs, so I will be able to upgrade it. I shall try to attempt to install Catalina, get Catalina installed, and be right back. Okay, so Catalina's on here now. Get through the installer, and then I'll get all the way up to Sonoma. See you in a bit. This by the way took like half an hour, I say. So it's going to take a little while, but it is what it is. And I can't really upgrade the hard drive very easily. It's actually a Fusion drive by the looks of it. But yeah, see you in a bit. I'm in Catalina. The GPU's got 2 gigs of VRAM. Good to know, I guess. Yeah, let's get Safari up and get OpenCore Legacy Patcher. Let's go. Okay, so I've made a bit of progress since the last bit. As you can see, it's on Ventura. I just went blank on what it's called. Ventura. And yeah, the end. Goodbye. No. I'm going to show you some gaming performance. I've installed a couple of games. I've also got Kdenlive because I'm going to edit this video on here. So you might be like, oh, what should I test? Now, the first game I installed was Minecraft with Prism Launcher, of course. I actually installed this whilst it was copying the USB for Ventura. So I've tried this on Catalina. I've tried it on Ventura. Like, I've actually played these games, by the way. Off camera, I got a bit carried away. But yeah, so it's a bit slow to open. I mean, stuff is quite slow to open, but that's what happens when you don't have an SSD. Oh, honestly, this machine, I should say it, is really just being let down by the Fusion drive. But yeah, let's show you what frame rates this is. This is default settings. I've only turned down the GUI scale. And let me just get that. 100, 124. It's basically just steadily increasing until roughly the 200 mark. And this is in the lobby. For those unaware, the lobby is like the most intensive part. And it's just doing it, actually. It might be because there's no signs here. Did they see? That might be why. But point still stands. Even this, I'm not expecting it to, get average like over 200 FPS essentially. On Minecraft 1.20.2, the latest version. I mean, yes, this is fabulously optimized. But even then, how on earth is it performing this well? Yeah, it's got an i7, i5 4670. It's got 1775M, so it's not like that impressive. My Opti, more powerful, got an i7 4790, and the 1050 Ti, so it should in theory be way more powerful. But for some bizarre reason, this is like running ridiculously well. Although, as I said, the item frames, because I'm pretty sure that is supposed to be like an item frame thing. But yeah, doing this one handed is really a struggle. But just imagine the number reaching more like 300 more often. That's basically the performance. And don't forget, this is on an operating system that isn't officially supported. This is, was it 3 versions newer than what it's supposed to be running? And yeah, and if I didn't say this already, performance on Catalina is basically identical. That's what I'd say. Maybe very slightly better. But yeah. So Minecraft. Tick. Let's do some roadblocks. So I'm gonna do 2 games to show off the power. Now I've got FPS uncapper unlocker installed, so I will begin more than 60 to show the real potential of this. There we go. And let me just get rid of chat for contrast reasons. Getting about 170 FPS right now. Now this is a lightweight game. This is probably one of the best case scenarios you're going to get. Full quality, full graphics, maximized. Yeah. And it doesn't really change that much when moving around, you know. Oh, okay, it gets a bit lower, but it doesn't go below, or it did briefly go under 100 mark. But point stands, it's ridiculous. Now, a lightweight game, yeah, whatever. But let's say you want a more resource-intensive game, such as Ultimate Driving. Fair enough, it's quite a resource-intensive game. So what's the performance like, you might be asking? Well, the performance is worse, as you can probably imagine. I mean, already it's worse. I'm not getting like about 50, getting about 40 to 50, maybe sometimes 30. But yeah, as you can see, it's going a bit low. However, if this is a more dense area, if I go here, don't forget also this is 1440p. This isn't 1080p. This isn't 720p, 3068p, whatever. No, this is 1440p, full screen. Yeah, I'm getting almost over 60 here. Now that I'm getting out of the area, oh, it slightly dips down to the 50s, 60s. It's gone back up to into the 70s, 80s. Is it going to be able to reach a relatively stable 90s? Looks like not quite. Oh no, it did go into the 90s for a small section. Yeah, it's sort of in the 90s now. Can't get up to the hundreds. This is like an auction. Can it get up? Can it get up? Oh, it's gone up. It's gone up. Reached hundreds. Yeah, this is weird thing. It also just seems to slightly like get better over time. Although it will get a bit worse once I've reached the end. I mean, even there it dipped. Yeah, it's dipped into the 50s. And then it's gone back up to the 90s. And it's in the late 80s right now. 90s. When I got to the end, it went below like 60. This was like before I had the FPS unlocker as well, so I couldn't really tell what my frame rate was. Okay, oh, did it reach hundreds? I think it briefly did. But yeah, it's about 90s I'm getting over here. But when I got to the end, it sort of dipped below 60. It might not do it because, I don't know, oh, it is going down. Yeah, it briefly dipped under 60 right there. Yes, not massively harmful, and let's be real, it's not going to be significantly noticeable. These little dips here, it's more or less when you're in the main bit of Westover where it's sort of gets towards the 30s and 40s and maybe 50s, that in the best case scenarios. But yeah, I don't get why it runs. It just like absolutely destroys these things. Because in theory, it's it's like not even the most powerful computer I own, but somehow it runs this well, which is just like ridiculous. It makes me think, what on earth is going on? But yeah, okay. Use my foot to get out full screen. Now I've also got Classic Cube, however, I would argue it's not quite playable. You'll see why in a sec. It's not even in the thing. It's in the downloads. And here we go. It should be running. Is it not running? Oh, here we go. And yeah, there's a bit of a major bug that sort of renders this unusable. Maybe there's a fix, or maybe yeah, it's sort of just, I swear the volume keeps on turning on. No, the main problem is the fact that you can't really get out of stuff. Like the menu just sort of broken. So when I like press escape, nothing to get back to the game. If I press this, nothing. So it's basically got a huge issue. Now maybe if I go back up, see all downloads, go to macOS, there's a 32-bit, maybe it would work. And shall we have a look? Would it magically work? It's the annoying macOS thing. See if there's a way to save it. I am trying to get Fortnite installed, although there's a bit of an issue. Apparently it doesn't support the video cards on macOS anymore. Problem is, this is a GeForce 755 and 775M, right? It's 75. And yeah, so it could not potentially not run, but I'm just sort of hoping it's like some weird arbitrary artificial limit. I've got to type in my password. Hang on. I'm an idiot because I downloaded a 32-bit version of Classic Cube. Whatever, Problem is, Catalina removed 32-bit app support, which is stupid, let's be real. So I can't actually run it on here, but I can very well actually just switch versions, go to Mountain Lion, that's what I've just put it in, and yeah, so I guess I'll see you there. I love this design. Can I just say that? Okay, I've got it up and running in Mountain Lion. I could probably try the 64-bit version. It works perfectly fine. The issue I was having isn't here. I want to go back. I pressed the wrong one. I'm going to graphics options and disable the FPS limit to see what the frame rate is. I'm getting either 1000 FPS. Let's be real, it's not much of a surprise I'm getting that much, considering how well, number one, it's been running stuff, but also due to the fact that this is a really well optimized game. You can get a playable experience on, a 20-year-old computer, but you can also get a playable experience on only a 10-year-old computer. Like, that's like over 1,000 FPS. And this is, all these, the Minecraft, and this default settings. I could turn it up and see how it performs. I won't. Well, okay, I will. Okay. Yeah, so I'll just turn up the numbers and see what happens. Okay, so this is a 2048 by 2048 world with 128 vertical blocks. I've turned up the graphical settings to what appears to be the maximum, and I'm getting about not quite 30 FPS. But yeah, this is with ridiculously high settings. Yeah, for some reason, like the world creation thing says, oh yeah, the maximum you can do for all three different sizes of the bits of the world, X, Y, and Z, is 8192. But when I put that, it complains, oh, it's too big. That's why it's 2048 by 2048 by 128. I didn't bother with height because the reality is it's not going to be that much noticeable. Although it probably maybe could potentially affect performance. But yeah, I've also clearly done a vanilla instead of a flat grass, where flat grass with 100% performed better. Yeah. Now, another game that I've attempted to install on Ventura was Sea Skylines. Unfortunately, it seemed to have the issue of where it gets stuck. So, I guess no Sea Skylines. But, in the next episode, I will be installing in Linux. I'll probably go with EndeavourOS, maybe Cactus. I'm not certain. I just need to not Vanilla Arch because I'm not in the mood to do manual partitioning. It's a bit risky. I'm just scared of that, so I'm doing it with a GUI and hoping all things go well. In reality, I only need to make sure I don't get rid of the sorry about that, the Mavericks partition. That's all I really need to worry about. What's going on here? Yeah, you can close. Yeah. So I guess that's gonna be it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I definitely did. I've been on this iMac for, was it probably like 7 hours? So ridiculous like that. Goodbye.